Let's have a look now at the Sketch interface. So this is the Sketch window as we've seen before, and we have here the pages, the artboards, and the different layers. So if I create an artboard like we did in the previous lesson, I can now create a layer which will be a rectangle. You can insert them from here, shape, rectangle, I did with the R. We can insert an oval. So all of these that we are inserting, even if we insert an image, a text, or a vector, so we have different things, those are layers and are created here. So from here we manage all our artboards, layers, pages, and so on. Here on the top we have the tools that we can use with the layers. So basically it's like a quick access to everything that we have here in the menu on the top. So instead of having to search for different stuff on the menu, we have everything with a quick access here. And as this bar, as any other bar in the Mac system, we can customize it. So we can right click over here, hit customize toolbar, and we can add and remove different things and buttons from the list to the bar. So take some time. If it's not now, maybe it's better you wait until the more towards the end of the course, once you know which tool does everything, and take your time and customize your toolbar to your needs. We're gonna be seeing what the different buttons over here do across the length, the duration of this course. The last part that I would like to introduce you is the properties view here, over here, the properties side, which has all the properties of the current selection. Right now, we don't have anything selected, so you see there's nothing. But as soon as we select, for example, an artboard, we see the position, the size, the background color, and the last part that it's in the bottom, and we will see this specifically in a separate lesson. We have to make the things exportable, but we will see that in a future lesson. For now, I would like to show you something else. I'm gonna select now a layer, for example, this rectangle, and you see that it has more properties than before the artboard, which the artboard had. So what do we have here? Position, size, transform, we can rotate, we have radius, opacity, blah, blah. I'm not gonna go over all of them, but I just want to point something out, because especially if you come from an old version of Sketch, this has changed and it's something really, really interesting. So for example, here we have the fill, something really basic. We can change the color, we can add different kind of gradients, we can add this like radial gradient, we can put images, even do some grain, etc, etc. Okay, that's something that we will also see in a future lesson, and that's nothing important right now. What I want to show you is that you can add more than one fill. If we come here to the plus icon here, you see that it's already asking, well, adding and asking which color we want for the next gradient. So we can do multiple gradients over here. This is pretty interesting, and I think it's something that allows us to do a lot of creative elements. So this applies for the fills and for the borders. We can add multiple borders, multiple fills, multiple shadows, sorry, forgot about the shadows, and the inner shadow. So all of them, which has this plus, can be added multiple types of the same stuff that you can combine. This is something really useful, and that allows us to have to be a lot very more creative than in previous versions of Sketch. So let's just quickly recapitulate and let's see what we had here. We have the artboards, layers, and pages over here, which that is collapsed, but we've seen already in the previous lesson. We have the buttons here that you have to customize to your needs, but again, wait until you know which does everything. And we have over here the properties window, which will show the current properties of the selected layer, artboard, or object. This is the main interface of Sketch, and this is what we will be working with. So now that we know a little bit more and we are not so lost over here, let's move to the next lesson. By the way, I forgot to say something. In the layers, we can filter here. So if we have multiple layers, which is not the case of this simple example, we have like hundreds or thousands of layers, we can filter here and see only the layers. The other buttons we will see later. What are them? It's not important for this lecture. Now, yes, let's go and let's move forward.